Good evening and good afternoon and good morning in some countries. What an amazing day today. And for me, this day is have a same feelings as I have the feelings for the day. Recognizing women for celebrating an international day is what I'm doing from the last 2 decades, and it is really creating an impact. So let's celebrate today our International Women Day. This day is for women supported by men because men and women together has to build up a better society. I want to thank Berkeley Middle East, Berkeley Global, Voice of Global Women, and Berkeley Investor Club to arrange this event and invite me as a host. Today, I'm going to discuss with you the focuses that Berkeley is having on women. So, when it comes to women, of course, women is looking for a special focus in terms of healthcare. Women need education, and women need jobs because a lot of women is in the market. They're already educated, and there is a need for female workers. Same times, woman is an amazing creature of God, and they have creative skills and abilities. They have forward thinking, so we need to capitalize them, converting into entrepreneurs. That's also a goal that what we are doing at Berkeley. And of course, the prime focus is to develop them leaders. So Berkeley training is having training programs that build up women mind as a leader so they can come up, lead from the front, and inspire the world. We are very keen to have some projects that are very important for women. So the for women education, Berkeley is pleased that they are having the girls' school. This girls' school is open for enrollment. It's a free education based in Britain. Anywhere in the world, you can enroll yourself and get a British qualification online without any fee. What an amazing effort by the board of Berkeley. I appreciate for this valuable course and project. Another project that is really important and inspire me personally is the healthcare for child and women. So Berkeley clinics for research about women health, child health, and same time the clinics who are treating the patients free of cost. And our first project has already been launched in Pakistan, one of the poorest city where there is no healthcare services available. We want to facilitate the women all over the world for doing business, startups, and incubation because these are the integral part of the economy and economic development, taking women side by side with the men, creating opportunities that can build up a unicorn in the later stages. And obviously, we have created a very interesting store online that's where the woman is selling their products. So it's a woman based, woman support, woman entrepreneurs based store where you can get woman manufactured or woman managed items, goods, and services. That's these all projects are up and run, available for the society and the women to get benefit globally, no matter where you belong. We are here to support. Um, and You should know that woman is really progressive. I'm very happy to discuss these statistics with you today. The reason is that 100 years before, women was not much in education. She don't have much rights, and she was not having access to the healthcare and a quality of life, which in 2025, with the effort of you people who are listening to me, we have achieved a lot. There are 50% women in the workforce. There are 39% women at the workforce participation. And in terms of education, yes, of course, the more females can be seen in the university and colleges and the schools than the men, and that's create a very healthy environment and society, because we believe that an educated mother is going to educate a family, and it is creating a large impact in the society. Gender pay gap is also reducing. There was a time when the women were paid very less, but nowadays we can see that women has entered in an era where they have nice salaries which are equating with the men in general. Now, when we are talking about the world, obviously the Western world, America, United Kingdom, Europe is already advanced in terms of women rights and women education. But one country that I really want to appreciate is United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates has tremendously shown a very serious effort about the women empowerment, women leadership, women education, women healthcare, and providing them a social infrastructure, a supportive environment for promoting their skill set at the workplace. And I will appreciate His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, who is the ruler of United Arab Emirates. He believes that a female leadership and empowerment is at the core of any national success. If a country really wants to be progressive, definitely the role of women goes down shoulder by shoulder. No man is successful without women, and no woman is successful without the men. It's a combination which is at home and which is at the workplace. So these are some leaders that are really impressive. They're working really hard in terms of their nation to build up. I appreciate Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and all the Middle Eastern countries. They are really doing great in terms of women development as a leader. They're coming in parliament, they are running the state affairs, and they are leading the organizations. Same trend we can see in the rest of the world. So I can say today, I'm a happy man in a way that I see in my life women growing, women in the leadership, women in the education, and women in the healthcare. So what is the call to action for the day is we need to support women at every place. If you're a husband, you have to support your wife. How can you support? You have to encourage, you have to motivate, to learn, to educate, to work, to create an enterprise, to create arts and culture. You have to motivate them, support them with your emotional capabilities, at the same time with your financial wealth. If you don't have too much wealth, you can support with your emotions. If you have both, this is the best support you can give to the women. We have to give them guidance. We have to secure them, protect them. We have to raise awareness. We can tell them that you can go on the moon, you can be an engineer, you can be a doctor, you can be a chartered accountant, you can be a lawyer, You can do whatever you can. This world is a change world, and we have to empower them. We have to give them. We have to change a mindset of controlling a woman from empowering a woman, because you can't, in this age, you can't control a human without any logics, because the information flow has been very, very much. So, changing the mindset of a man to give better life to a woman, that's what is important. Now, in this conference, in the holy month of Ramadan, first of all, I want to thank all the speakers. They made it, because in Ramadan it's very hot. You're fasting all day. You're going office. You have iftars. You have suhoors in the morning. So it's all very, very difficult. But you are so committed with the cause of Women Leadership, Women Day. You want to celebrate. I want to thank you for joining us today. You are amazing women and men on the agenda. All are selective, very keenly. They are capable PhDs, doctors, bankers, all over the world. We have guests from China, we have guests from Central Asia, we have from Europe, we have from Middle East, we have guests from all over the world. All the women under one roof you will see today. So uh, I'm going to start our program for the day, and the first speaker that I want to introduce is an amazing speaker. She is a woman who herself is a legend, an example of change and prosperity. A couple of years ago, when there was no woman in banking, this woman took an initiative and in a bank where there are all men and there is only one female. This female, over the year, dynamically improved, showed her leadership skill set to the rest of the world. She's the kindest, the most humblest, and always supportive for these causes wherever it comes, for women development, child development, when it comes to the humanity. Her Excellency Arifa is always there. She is a big supporter of all the communities in Middle East, and she is a great icon. Her Excellency, please welcome her in this conference and see today what she has for us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Arif Al-Falahi, a woman coming from the city of Ras Al Khaimah, from the United Arab Emirates. I work basically for almost 10 companies, 7 of them as a board of director, and 3 companies as a committee members. I work for RAC Chamber of Commerce as a board of director. I work for RAC SME. I work for RAC Insurance. I work for RAC Heritage, which is Al Mataf Heritage Association. I work for RAC Scott. I work for Villa Al Iskan, which is Villa Housing in Dubai. And I work for, as a consultant too for the Higher College of Technologies and the other committees too. I'm very proud to be a first female UAE national who became a bank manager in the city of Ras Al Khaimah, one of the 7 emirates in the UAE. That gives me the pride, and that's gives me motivation. And I always feel like as a woman, I got my full rights in being a woman in this country. I have never been differentiated, as with my male colleagues, or the brothers, associated in the organizations, that I'm different from them. I could have had difficulties in the beginning, to prove myself, because 20 years, 30 years back, we used to be handled different tasks, whether it's motherhood, or, being in charge of a home, or we become like teachers, female teachers in the female schools and universities. Anything related to women, it used to be in a female-dominated organizations. Today, we are working in a mixed environment with our male colleagues, competing them and delivering the task, operation, and leading some of the organizations in the land of the UAE. So basically, I'm blessed working when it comes to a very critical, sector, it's a banking sector. As I said, I used to be the first female who became a bank manager in the leading position in this organization or in this sector in the Emirates of Ras Al Khaimah, which today I will be completing almost 25 years of experience in that field. I know it wasn't easy to be in a critical, sectors and the financial institutions. But again, what I'm today working with other 10 companies, because I started with that platform. And that platform has been given to me as an opportunity from our male leaders in the city of Ras Al Khaimah. So I'm very glad to work with these great leaders, and I'm very glad to be in the UAE, where I used to be pushed and motivated through the leaders, the royal families, to be a part of the success of the organization sectors, and whether it's the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah or in the UAE. So today we are talking about a very interesting topic for every woman worldwide, which is the International Women's Day, which in 8th of March. And that is, I believe, it's a proud moment for every woman when she look at her history and experience, and she feels so proud that every woman in this planet has achieved something, whether when it comes to family, whether it's come to society, whether it comes to organizations that she works with, she has done something, and which is really remarkable and recognized by the people around, and has been validated by the people. We believe that the woman is a half of the society. Although many of them, they say you are the full of the society because you are the one who is, bringing the generation. You're the one who's taking care of them, and you are supporting the husband in the house, and you're supporting other male male colleagues in the other organizations when you work with as a career platform. So we are involved in everything. Anywhere, if you look around, you will see there is an impact and influence of a woman. So a woman is a sign of happiness. And I always say the woman has three main factors which make her so successful, so valuable in the life of every member of the family or the organization or the society. Woman is well known of her intelligence or emotional intelligence. She's so good in gathering, engaging the family members or the people around. And even if she works in the organization, she's so good in engaging and keeping people calm, confident, motivated through her emotions, through her talent, that is quite unique when it comes to her, male friends at the organizations. Today, when we talk about the woman, it's that what are the other factors that make her so successful, so competent when it comes to the competitive organizations? Her patient, I feel she's a very passionate person, and she's very patient. The more you give her, the more she will deliver. It's because she knows that this is a challenge, and when you put her in a challenge with her male colleague, she will assure that she is either produce equal results of the work, or she will do something better just to show the people around she is not less than a man. And there is something which is very, very, she is talented with, is multitask. She is a multitask person where she can do many things at the same time, which sometimes, like, scientifically is difficult to be handled by a man. A woman can handle a family, children, husband, work. She does her social activities. She does everything. And she will have that, although she looks tiny, a weak person, but from inside, she's so powerful, so passionate in doing her job. She believes that, handling multitask is something that usual she's using to do it. Like, it's not something like a magical thing to be done. And she knows how to set up the priorities in her life. And she knows how to keep everyone happy around her. And that's why she's creating a balance. If you see her in a home, she creates a balance. If she's at work, she's creating a balance. She ensures that balance is there always in her life. Although she affects in her health sometimes by when she assures everything right with everyone around her, she might forget a little bit about herself. She forgets how to rest. She forgets how to make herself happy. She forgets to have like a free time to enjoy her, like time, having like some interest, hobbies. She tries sometimes in between, but I feel like she feels happy to keep everyone around her happy. She really feels the happiness when she feels that whatever she's giving to the people, it's come, to her life with happiness, with value, and that's why she is lovable by everyone. I don't feel there is like someone in this life that they would like to have like, if it comes to a man, I don't think so that he wants to be in a planet where there is no woman. And when we say woman, mother, sister, wife, daughter, I don't think so that he can have, because I feel that the man takes his energy, his power, when he see the smile on his family members, when he see the appreciation comes from a female, member of the family, or even when it comes at work, he really appreciate how his sister or a colleague, female colleague at work, appreciate and support him at work. So I believe that it's something like God has made it. Even Eve has created for a reason, right? Although Adam has everything in Jannah at that time, and he was a king, he was having everything, but he felt something like somehow that he was not happy, and that's why Allah created an Eve from his shoulder, which is the weakest part of his body. It's always reflect. When a man knows how to treat a woman, that reflects back to his happiness. Even it reflects even, in like stability at home. Because if everything has, like, if you respect a woman, your children will start copying and respecting a woman. And that starts from home. I feel like any learning when it comes to cultures, values, your beliefs, religion beliefs, is always start from home. So if you are a strong believer that a woman deserves a respect, and she has that certain status in your life, automatically reflect in your other members at home. So I feel like things start from home, then it goes to the community, and I feel like a happy country, it always reflects the happy people within it. Like happy people, if you see happy women on the road, happy man on the road, happy people, when you go to the organization, they smile, they respect, they have the tolerance. I feel like that reflect everywhere. You will, like, if foreigners come to your country or visitors comes to your country and they see that, automatically reflect how the leaders, the people, the belief of these people towards a woman. And that gives a very good sign that if you are respecting that like that woman, definitely people, they have a trust that you're gonna treat them the same way. Because if you respect your family members, the woman especially, then you are gonna respect everyone around. There is no doubt, because that's belief. You have built up, or you have born with such belief that a woman has to be respected. So talking about, the woman achievement in UAE, there are many, to be honest. Like, let's talk about the government sector. Today in the government sector, we have like almost 60% of the, of the workforces are females, UAE national females, when it comes to government. When it goes to a decision-making positions, they are representing as 30%. And we go to the board of companies, as a board of directors, they are 15%. Let's go to the more critical sectors when it comes, like, let's assume the financial and banking sectors. It's the woman representing 70% of a male UAE national in that organization. And they are representing, even a woman represents almost 37% of the entire banking and financial sector. And when it comes to a business, she is so smart. She represents, or 23,000 women, UAE national women, they have an investment of 50 billion dirhams, which is, again, it's a big amount, which they are contributing into the success of the economy of UAE. So if we talk about the women achievements, I'm just taking a sample of UAE. So you can imagine when you talk about UK, America, Canada, Australia, India, China, these all countries and other Arab countries, you will be surprised with the numbers. We have to dig down more to see how much women is contributing to the economy of that country. And when you go to the facts, you will be really amazed to see how much she is involved and active in delivering, the success and those fields within that country. We talk about the woman, I'm sure women, it's like a magical tool. I see her a magic. Why? Because she does everything. If you go years back, it was people, they were doubting in her skills, in her, in her skills, and they thought that the woman just made for a home. And today, if you look around, you'll be surprised how she is so smart delivering a task or a project. And I feel like I don't blame even the community and the governments, because maybe they have not experienced the woman in those fields. Maybe they had doubt, or they might, or they didn't thought of taking a risk, because it's a risk. I believe this is investment, right? Taking a woman, putting her in decision making, or giving a certain task in the organization, it's a risk, because these people, they have never seen the talent of a woman. So putting her in that risk, it was like, can they invest in that risk? Can they take that risk? Or they have to take the peace of mind and give that job to a man? But I believe that once they have initiated, they have seen the great result. And I'm sure that I'm sure that they are not even regret to give such opportunity to a woman. Because women, despite of everything, the all pressure that she goes through, woman, she is a creature where, it's become like quite easy for her to handle everything around. And we are very proud to talk about a woman, and especially today in the International Women's Day. And honestly, if you will give me the mic to talk about the woman, I will take days, maybe, months, years, you never know, because I feel proud of talking about the woman, because I have seen the success around me. I have seen my colleagues, friends, family members doing a great job. And I'm so proud to be a woman, to be honest. So just to summarize that, I just would like to thank everyone who believed in a woman, from the family members, from society, leaders. And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate every woman on this earth, on this planet, on this special occasion, to say that, like, your contributions and your efforts has been noticed and validated by the world. And that's why today you are celebrating the International Women's Day. Thank you so much. And again, once again, this is Arif Al-Falahi, and happy to be with you on this occasion.
Thank you very much, Her Excellency. You are amazing as always. And your message is really clear and loud that woman is capable. She is the one who built up the home, and she is building up the work environment. I want to thank you for joining us today and share your valuable thoughts and your support. And you, as a leader for women, you are a role model for the upcoming youth. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you with another amazing woman. This woman is, I know her since few years, um, and I saw her transforming herself into a business leader. She's the one who is running the charities. She is the one who is a finance professional, a chartered management accountant from USA and from United Kingdom, and running women development center and empowering women, supporting women from all the angles. Very inspiring woman. Please welcome Khalood Shaban.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Khalood. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
I would like to ask you, what are your feelings on International Women's Day, which is a day to celebrate women's success?
Yes, indeed, this day is very important to acknowledge the achievements and the strengths, recognize these inspiring stories of and talents of women, contributions to the communities and industries. So that's why this day is really important.
That's great. That's an interesting feelings. So I would like you to um, share your thoughts, if you have any thought for us for the day.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I wanted to share my own experience in terms of how can all the ladies, all the women, how we can bring more women into the entrepreneurship, how we can support them into our communities. I believe that we can support women by making a proper support circles, networking, educating them, mentoring them into different important aspects that they need to be educated at in order for them to gain more confidence, grab more opportunities and chances whenever they can, and not to shy away from grabbing these opportunities, because indeed this is maybe the one thing that might stand as barrier for women, for some women. So grabbing these opportunities will be a very important part of educating women into grabbing these opportunities.
That's great. And what is your message today to share with women around the world on International Day?
Yeah, I would like to say that women need to always support each other, be there for each other, and because also creating these communities where women, like-minded women, interact and get to learn from each other and get to support each other, learn from their experiences, from their faults, from everything. So this will help women reach their potential and gain more confidence into going into this place of entrepreneurships.
That's great. That's a lovely message, Khulud. Thank you very much for joining us today. And um, ladies and gentlemen, let's move towards our next speaker, who I'm going to introduce you. Is going to be an amazing introduction for you. This woman is an Emirati national, and she has followers on Instagram which exceed millions. She is an influencer, and she is a dynamic woman who is at work. She is an entrepreneur. Same time, she is an influencer. Please welcome Mona Tijari as a social name, and Mona Suleiman. Please welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Musa, for the great introduction and for this great show for the Women's Day. I'm so happy to be part of it. Actually, this topic is really huge, really big, and I don't know how to start with it, because even if I started, it's kind of multitasking thing comes to many eras. So I will be speaking today about the social media as an influencer and how the women can impact on social media platforms. And I know that this topic is very huge, and we have really big challenges. And if we keep going on this path is really kind of critical. But I feel like women in social media are really powerful. They are having really great energy to have it in the house, outside of the house, and how to connect with the society and people. I will tell the people my story, because I feel in the International Women's Day or Global Women's Day is being an influencer in 2025 is really hard, because people are going in one path. So you can see that women normally in the social media influencing era, they are concentrating on how to influence in makeup, how to influence in lifestyle, foods, like in many categories. For me, I feel like influencing part is a very unique part. Even if you are in any of the categories, you have to be real, you have to be very smart, and you have to be direct to the audience. As a woman, as a wife, as a mother, and as an influencer, I feel like this influencing part is a passion. If you started as a passionate person, that you love to connect with the people, you love to learn, and you love to have also the people who are not liking you to criticize you. You love to change yourself in a better way. You have to go to this platform. As an influencer, as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, as a sister as well, it's very hard also to manage this kind of platforms, because you know that there are two kinds of people. Some of them, they will like your presentation, your passion, your style, your social media influencer, for example, thinking. but some of the people, they will not like it. So this is up to you as a woman. You have to complete this path because you love it, you are passionate about it, or you have to quit because people will judge you. For me, when I started this platform, it was 2016. And at that time, I don't even know how to use that platform, even Snapchat or Instagram or YouTube, whatever it was there. I was not able to communicate with the people because, of course, at that time when I started, I was not showing my face. So it's very hard to communicate with the people without any emotions, without any face direct thingy, without anything. So after 6 months having this platform, I decided to show my face because I felt like communicating with the people, you have to show your feelings, your emotion, and they have to trust you. Because I belong from Ras Al Khaimah and my family is not a media family, so it was hard for them a little bit to accept that you will be in a social media platforms. But alhamdulillah, at that time, because I was not married, so it was easy to convince them. And when I came to that platform, honestly, I was lost because in this platform, you don't know where you are going to. You don't know even your ability, that you have to choose something which really matches your ethics, matches your society, matches your mentality. So when I started, it was general review on many things, general review on restaurants, on makeup tips, everything. But growing up in this platform, I just realized in the middle that I have to choose a path. I have to choose a specific kind of, I can say, topic where I can explore myself, explore my mentality and ethics, and even the experience. I got married while I'm in this platform. I'm having 3 kids. I'm having 2 daughters and 1 boy. And next month, inshallah, I have another new addition in my family. So managing all these things, plus managing your house, managing your husband, and managing your social media networks, it was very hard in the beginning. But because I'm having supportive husband, supportive family, who knows that I love this work, I'm working because I love this path. I'm working because I love to be an influencer, to influence the people, because I want the people to understand that influencer is not just like going with the brand, going with the trend. You should be very high profile or something like that. No, everyone, every woman we are having in this world, they are influencers, either at home, either on social media, either with their family, with their kids, with their husband. And of course, there are 2 types of influencer, negative and positive. And I hope half of the women, not half, actually, all the women, they should use their positive energy to influence the people in many parts. At work, we are influencing our colleagues. We are telling them what to do, what to not do. And we are learning at the same time. Being an influencer, even Dr. Musa, is not like you are just giving to the people. It's also you are getting back from the people. Either it's a comments, either it's a dua from them, either prayers from them, either like a kind of growing tips. When I started, I even don't know how to talk to the people. There were many mistakes. There were many ups and downs. You even don't know how to maybe communicate with the negative comments. But I took courses and I grew up. I grew my mentality on how to deal with this kind of cases. And honestly, it took time. It took my even health a little bit, because it's very hard to manage some kind of negative points. But alhamdulillah, by knowing more myself, by knowing that where I started, where I'm going to, it was easy for me to manage somehow. Now I'm talking about maybe 7 years back or 8 years back. We are in 2025. Alhamdulillah, I'm having 1 million followers. I'm also having my own brand, which is beauty brand linked by Muna Tajarubi, and I'm having podcast channel which says Tajarubi Tqul, which means in English Tajarubi, my experiences talks. Because my platform name is Muna Tajarubi. Tajarubi in Arabic means, in English means experiences. And I do admire people experiences. I do admire my own experiences. And I feel the experience in the life, the things that you are going to try or you tried it, it's a tool for making your own personality. And of course, if you are an influencer, you have to know that you will fall down more than growing up. It's like, if you didn't fall down, you will not know how to grow up yourself. So don't regret anything bad or anything, for example, negative is coming towards your work, because if there is nothing negative, you will not know that you are not in the right path. If there is no criticizing comments, if there is no people who hates you, that means that you are in a good path. If you have these kind of people, if you don't have it, that means you are in a wrong path. You have to change it. So yes, I'm an influencer in the beginning, but now I'm a lifestyle and beauty influencer who's giving tips to the people how to use makeup, how to be simple, how to grow up your simple beauty, giving reviews on different kind of brands that I'm using. I'm dealing with different kind of brands. And I feel like starting from zero, that you don't know anything about makeup, and now you are kind of expert and professional. It was a very great journey, because when you love something, you want to be, you want to spread that love. You want to spread that information to all the people. Yes, there are big brands which I work with, and there are some big brands which I didn't like their products. It's not about the products only, it's about being honest with people. It's about being transparent. Why transparency? Because that's what means a real influencer. If you are not honest and transparent with your viewers, that means that you are doing same as the other influencers who just come for the platform for money. So yes, money is a part of platform. Money is a part of being an influencer, but it's not a whole story of the influencer. Being an influencer is very special, very nice, very sophisticated thing that really build your personality, that really let you feel that you have a responsibility toward your society, toward your family, toward your kids. And it's very hard to manage in the beginning, but if you love your work, you will manage it. Talking about my family, because I have 2 daughters and they always see me that I'm doing makeup tutorials. Yes, they do take my makeup and they do with me. And if you ask me that do I advise them to be in this platform? Honestly, maybe no. I know that's so weird answer, but why I have to say for them to not to be in this part or this influencing type of platform, because I feel maybe because I have the stamina to bear the negativity, to bear the negative people, and to manage and to ignore and to move on. For them, they need a practice for that one. And as long as we are in 2025, I don't know how they will think in the future, how they will take this platform to a positive side, as they are the environmental or the environments are affecting these kids. So for me, it's very hard to see them that they are getting criticized by people as a mother. So I feel like if they go to other professions is better, but if they want to be an influencer, they have to be a very good influencer that can affect people in a positive way, like what I'm doing, and better than me, actually. I do advise women outside there who would like to be an influencer in any category, lifestyle, in business, and beauty, and whatever category is it. Just try to be real, try to be transparent. Don't fake it, because we do have a lot of people who are already taking this platform as a fakeness. People, they really do understand now that it's that who are real, who are fake. We are like in 2025 and everything is available. The expressions are really, first impression is last impression for me. When you see a person who's faking something, you will not like to move on or to complete any conversation or to even follow them. So people do understand this fakeness. People do understand that this person is talking in a real way. This person is just for the advertisement. So yes, you can be an influencer, but if you would like to be a real influencer, you have to be a real person, transparent person. And in this occasion, I would like to celebrate this occasion with all the women, even if who are not in the platform of social media, but they are actual influencer at their home, with their husband, with their family, with their kids, with their mom and father, but they are not showing up because it's influencer part is something within you. It's not only showing the people that you are influencing them. It's something like you are born with. And I'm sure that each and every one from us are doing a great job in influencing each other. As usual, I will say my favorite quote, which I have it from my university time. If you dream to fly with eagles, don't waste your time by swimming with ducks. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mona, for sharing your thoughts. These are Emirati thoughts based on honesty, sincerity, and commitment. The woman in Emirates is doing amazing. They are running the home, work balance, and they are entrepreneurs. And this woman has categorically is being an influencer, trying to influence the life of millions of the followers. Here we have a lot of feedbacks from Arab women. We started in this way, but I want to see what the rest of the world think about today, International Women's Day, and how they feel, how they celebrate. So the European women thoughts I'm going to share with you. I've invited a very distinguished guest. She is from academia. She is a professor and has been taught in the European countries and currently working in a university in Dubai. She is right in the heart of the entrepreneurship. So let's see what she has for us today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fiona Oster, and I'm an assistant professor in the Business Management Department at the University of Birmingham, Dubai. I'm also the program director for our new MSc Sustainable Innovation and Entrepreneurship, launching in September, and I'm the campus lead for entrepreneurship as well. The goal of my short talk today is simply to raise some awareness and start a conversation on an issue that I think should be of concern to anyone interested in female entrepreneurship. I don't pretend that I'm going to do more than this, and I'm just going to share some general insights. So, the issue is that female entrepreneurs face more challenges securing funding or investment than men, notably in the technology sector. This, of course, has many implications, not least that female founders can't scale their businesses as quickly as men. So where did my interest in this topic begin? Well, actually, last year, when I was conducting primary research for my doctorate, I interviewed two amazing, highly qualified German female entrepreneurs who had been responsible for the design of a highly sophisticated robotic device for surgeons to use in operating theatres. At the time of my interview with them, they had achieved a target that they said only 1% of female founders had achieved in Europe. And that is, they raised more than €1 million to build their company, and then they managed to raise a further 4 million. So these ladies were of the view that we need to change the environment of startups of female-led businesses. So subsequently, I looked at some further statistics. So starting with the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor report, Global Entrepreneurship, or GEM report, highlights 25 years of progress in women's entrepreneurship. A few key things stood out for me. So firstly, some numbers. The GEM researchers compared 30 countries that had participated in the 2001 to 2005 study, and again in 2001 and 2023. Now, the results showed an increase in female startup activity in this period from 6.1% to 12.4% on average. The strongest countries for women's startup activity were found to be Chile, Guatemala, Panama, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Uruguay, where female startup activity increased by at least 10 percentage points on average in these countries. There were some exceptions, of course, including Egypt, Jordan, Morocco, Norway, Poland, and Taiwan. But overall, across all of the GEM participating countries in 2023, about 10.9% of women, as opposed to 13.5% of men, were starting new businesses. The higher rate of entrepreneurial activity was found amongst women in lower income countries, so 16% in 2023. Now, this is partly due to the otherwise limited opportunities available to women. But interestingly, the largest gender gap and the lowest rate of entrepreneurial activity is in the higher income countries, not least due to the higher range of alternative income generation options available. Secondly, when it comes to technology, women were about half as likely to start businesses in the information and communication technology, or ICT sector, as men, with the biggest gender gap in this sector seen in low-income countries. According to the European Investment Bank in 2022, female entrepreneurs are underrepresented. The share of startups that have female founders is 23% in the United States, 20% in the United Kingdom, and 11% in the European Union. According to the OECD, female entrepreneurs are strongly underrepresented in the tech sector. Thirdly, globally, the lion's share of venture capital is invested in software and technology sectors, again stressing where women are underrepresented. According to Forbes, in the US, for example, only 1.9% of venture capital funding goes to female-founded startups, despite women-owned startups generating higher returns on the investment they get compared to their male counterparts. Referencing the GEMS report once more, the number of female investors amongst the informal and formal investor community is quite low. And according to the report, and I quote, not only are women about 10% less likely than men on average to know an entrepreneur, but they're also about 30% less likely to have recently invested in a business. However, the report also suggests that as female investors get organized in a purposeful way, this situation is expected to change. But for now, access to capital for female entrepreneurs remains problematic. They are still finding it hard to finance their businesses. Now, another interesting study by two INSEAD academics, Snellman and Solal, of VC-backed startup firms in the United States, found that, and again I quote, firms with female founders who received funding from female rather than male VCs are 2 times less likely to raise additional financing. These academics found no equivalent investor gender effect for male-founded firms. Nigam et al., 22, in their research, for example, found in India that gender did significantly impact the amount of VC investment, with male entrepreneurs receiving more than female entrepreneurs. Another study conducted by Kwong et al. In 2012 in the UK suggests that the perception of this funding issue by women manifests itself prior to engaging in entrepreneurship. And this in turn means that such perceptual problems can actually have a negative impact on business aspirations as well as actual participation amongst women. So, looking at the academic databases, it does seem that research to understand female entrepreneurs and their access to funding is still at a relatively early stage, and a lot more work is required. There are many reasons why it makes sense to fund or to support female entrepreneurs, of course. According to the European Investment Bank, if women's entrepreneurial potential is not leveraged, there is an economic and social cost, including lost opportunities for boosting employment, promoting more balanced economic development, and reducing poverty risks across not only the European Union, but globally as well. The GEMS report recommends several solutions. Of course, expanding access to capital by, 1, strengthening enforcement of anti-discrimination laws in lending to ensure equal access, supporting dedicated funding programs, grants, or government-backed loans aimed at women-led businesses, promoting events and networks that facilitate access to high-level industry connections and investors, and supporting smaller female-led entrepreneurship groups run by accomplished female entrepreneurs that can help to boost confidence and facilitate high-quality introductions, for example. However, context matters, and there isn't, I would argue, a one-size-fits-all solution. But I do think universities have a role to play in conducting the research, and policymakers and other stakeholders should also get involved, and whereby together we can develop local impactful solutions. We should also share experience and enable others to learn from it. So hopefully, with these few thoughts, we can spark a conversation and move this issue forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. These are the European thoughts in front of you, very data-oriented and very articulated, and such kind of academic background women, they are the inspiration for the upcoming youth to follow. With this, I'm going to introduce you another amazing speaker for the day, the Emining Butsun. She is the founder she's a leader in AI, digital transformation, and is a TEDx speaker. And she has spoken in multiple exhibitions and conferences, including the most famous Arab Health and AI Global. Please welcome.
Hello everyone. This year, DOE has declared 2025 as the Year of Community. I have had incredible opportunity to speak at TEDx and Community Development Authority event at the iconic Museum of the Future, introducing the Innovation Think Tank, a platform that brings together diverse, interdisciplinary minds and organizations to drive innovation and create value for industry and all society. Innovation is the engine of progress, but I have a little question to you. In an era defined by rapid economic, social, and technological transformation, have you ever wondered how do we measure innovation worldwide? Which countries are leading progress and shaping the future? It is obvious. And there is one powerful tool to assess global innovation, is the Global Innovation Index, published by the World Intellectual Property Organizations, WIPO. It evaluates around 130 economies using 80 indicators across 7 key pillars in 2 categories: inputs and outputs. Input includes institutions, human capital, research, infrastructure, market, and business sophistications. When it comes to output, it includes R&D, investment, patents, high technology exports, and cultural creative achievements. Stronger outputs lead to greater global impact and higher innovation rankings. If you take a closer look at the UAE, regionally, the UAE ranks second in Northern Africa and Western Asia and 32nd globally. The country excels in strong institutions and human capital, yet it has massive potential to enhance outputs, particularly in patents and technology exports. The foundations are in place, but the real question is what we are, each of us, going to do with these opportunities. The short answer to this is collaboration and creating communities in line with the year of the today in 2025 in the UAE. That is where the innovation think tanks comes in. In this point, I invite all of you to be part of this journey. If you are passionate about shaping the future, driving innovation, and building communities that drive on knowledge, I encourage you to connect with us and join our movement. Take your place in designing the future. Now, as a woman, I have owned my personal story, one that resonates with so many of you. No woman or man has not, at some point in life, faced bias or discrimination. But we are all navigating our own challenges, striving to create a meaningful impact. But what is different today is that women are no longer waiting for the seat at the table. If there is no seat, we extend the table, we pull up a chair, and we create space for ourselves. However, today, I'm not here to share a personal story. It's for another time. I'm here to share a vision of how AI and innovation can reshape business, inspire next generation and youth, and build future-ready communities through collaboration. I began my journey with a strong foundation in finance, political science, philosophy, and law and economic theories. Those disciplines that shape my understanding of the world, how the world works, and my understanding of governance, innovation, and their profound socioeconomic impacts. Later in corporate world, I led large-scale transformation for Fortune 100 companies. But my passion for innovation led me beyond corporate structures. I co-founded ventures in healthcare, in e-commerce, in education, and early in the age, it is in insurance company. And by believing that technology is more than a tool, it's an enabler of change. This passion for innovation led me to transition between corporate and entrepreneurship and mentoring startups for over a decade. My journey began advising IoT, Internet of Things, and machine learning startups 10 years ago, supporting them from ideation to market entry and financial projections. I had the privilege of contributing to global startup ecosystem as well, including MISC Foundation in Saudi Arabia, Mass Challenge in US, Startup Bootcamp, and Founder Institute in Europe, and Ignite in Dubai. Alongside my advisor work, I also work part-time lecturer at business school on management and data-driven decision-making topics. More recently, I have been working on ambitious initiative, which I was explaining at the beginning of this talk, is a think tank, a collective community effort to embrace innovation, learn, apply, and lead change. This initiative is designed to empower individuals, industries, and nations, ultimately striving to drive impact on global scale. Through this journey, I have learned fundamental truth. Perseverance and persistent actions always pays off. Even in a fast-changing world, in an era defined by impatience, the key to progress is consistency, working towards our goals every single day, whether through small or large efforts. AI is not just about technology. It's about empowerment. It's about transformation. It's about creating better future. But innovation is also re-innovating ourselves. Not only industry, it has individuals' topic deeply need to be understood. That's why I founded Accelerate EMEA to help organizations and professionals embrace innovation, AI, and build strategies and develop an innovation culture that transition traditional business model into competitive, technology-driven digital enterprises. But this isn't just about organization. It's about people, as we are talking, about professionals and individuals gaining the knowledge, skills, and confidence to thrive. We believe that learning is the new superpower in today's AI-driven era. Without knowledge and skills, we cannot shape the future or claim our rightful space in it. At Accelerate EMEA, our mission is to help business and individual gain this learning superpower to become part of change and to actively design the future. In this transition journey, digital transformation plays a crucial role. It is not just about embedding one AI tool, one software, or one digital tool. It begins with mindset. It deeps knowledge about digital platforms, digital business models, and digital ecosystem. Understanding these dynamics is critical because our strategies must align with our digital business models. Our ability to respond to market change, to new players, to competitive shifts depends on our crystal clear understanding of our digital business model and their dynamics. To achieve that, we are dedicated to training on digital business models and how organizations can gain competitive advantage by effectively managing their digital transformation. Transformation is not about integrating one technology into your organization. It's about reshaping business into technology-driven entities. This involves leveraging digital asset management, AI, and web technologies to, among others, to disrupt traditional structures and recreate ourselves as technology-first enterprises. We call it in business classes, disrupt yourself before someone else comes and disrupt you, and recreate yourself. Because the future is not something we wait for, it is something we build together. I invite all of you to be part of our think tank community, to gain competitive advantage, to get this chance to embed innovation technologies in your business and in your individual life, and reach out to community's supportive collective effort to gain more vision. Thank you.
In women in artificial intelligence, so women prove that they can do miracles when it comes to science, technology, innovation. And it's always a pleasure to hear the talk from such professional women. Now, I'm going to introduce you a very, very dynamic professor and academic background, Emirati woman. Her name is Dr. Khawla Al-Shihi. She works in higher colleges of technology, which is shortly recalled as HCT. And she is a PhD from a British university in Dubai and has won multiple awards. One of her awards was under the patronage of Her Highness Sheikha Fatima bint Mubarak. Please welcome Dr. Khawla Al-Shihi and see what she has for us today.
Hello, everybody, and happy International Women's Day. It's my honor to speak today, and my name is Dr. Khawla Al-Shihi. I'm working at Higher Colleges of Technology. I'm from the United Arab Emirates. I'm Emirati, and I would like first to thank the team for giving me a chance to be one of the speakers and to share the topic I'm going to talk about today. So it is a pleasure to me to share the title, which I called it the transitional journey. It's It's an inspirational talk where I like to share it with whoever feel like depressed, need to be motivated as a woman, or for everybody. Again, it's something very simple to say. Happy International Day to everybody, and remember that you're all special. Okay, and this is a very special day to share something. It might be very interesting to you, and I hope my presentation will be, very. Some are saying it is too touching, but let's see. Okay, as you can see, this is me. Okay. I had a dream one day, okay, and actually, when I was in grade 10, my dream was to be a doctor one day. So how this thing came, in our schools, when I was in grade 10, in our school, what happened, sometimes we, an observer come to our class and or a mentor, and one time I saw our cleaners are cleaning the classroom, they're moving the chairs, they're moving the desk, they're cleaning the windows, even the floor. They're putting a special desk at the end of the classroom with the flower, with the water, some beautiful snacks. So I was asking my teacher one day, I said, "Doctor, who's coming to our class?" She said, "He's a doctor." I said, "Oh, okay." And then here the dream came to my mind. I said, "Okay, he's a doctor, then all this for him." She said, "You don't know? This is the highest degree." Then I was saying, "Okay, I'll be a doctor. Also, I want to be a doctor." It's not only to be treated like that doctor. It's something, I felt it's very important. Like, he was treated so respectfully then. So I decided to do my PhD from that moment. My teacher told me, "Why not? If you just say that, I'm sure you will make it." So here the dream started. So I start to think to do my PhD when I was grade 10. Okay, and this is the story began. Then I finished my high school. I joined the Higher College of Technology. The first, to be honest, my English was not that strong enough, where I did struggle in my English in the college. And yes, and I keep telling the students I did fail in English first time. Then second time, as you can see, these people who are sitting in my presentation, these are the counselors and my parents. So it's very funny, but I was just saying how I will make it. I just remembered, then they talked to me, they took me to counselor. They said, "Listen, you have to do your best. This is higher education, this is different." So then I started to understand more and more. So I started to improve my English. I started to read a lot, explore too much. And yes, after that, there is someone who inspired me. Her name was Gabriella Lancaster, and sadly she died. She used to work in the library. She really inspired me, and she said, "Remember, Khawla, that if you have a dream and you want to achieve it, you have to work for it, And she told me that, as you can see, the sample of the bird, like, as you can see, it's like little by little, the bird makes its nest, So it's true. Whenever you need to build something like the birdhouse, you will take something and it might fall. You cannot build something straightforward. So whenever you go to the goal, you will go, but you will find some obstacle. You will find some challenges. So this is what I keep telling, like any students, that, to achieve our goal or to aim something, we have to be like either bird and, of course, to face the challenges. So as you can see, this is my whole journey started from the high school. Then I did my certificate, I did my diploma, then I started my bachelor degree. After that, immediately my master degree. Then I did achieve my goal, which is still, I don't believe I did it, to be honest, but I was enjoying every single bit of it. You know, I was enjoying my journey. Yes, I did struggle, but, you know, I felt that no, we as a woman, we can make everything, you know, nothing can stop us. We have a dream, we have aims. We can even be an example to weak students, especially at-risk students. I do share my students with at-risk students to let them be motivated. So what is very funny, I never stop my degree. You know, I never stop it. I always start, and immediately I start the second semester. Like even for my master, after I graduate from my master, after 1 month, I jumped to do my PhD. I didn't want to stop it because I am there, you know. So my dream is there and I'm gonna make it. So yeah, this was the whole journey of my academic standing. Through this journey, from the scratch, from the failing, I learned so many things, you know. I think you as a woman and we as a woman, not only a woman, anyone, if you will face any challenges, but, you know, just to start move on. And here my journey has started from my, after the high school. So through my journey, education, from my, you know, diploma, higher diploma, I have achieved several awards where I feel very proud. And I keep telling the students that you can be like me one day. So here is the list of a few awards that I did achieve it. Recently, in January, I received the first award at the top. It was a Student Champion Persona Award across all the higher college of technology in the United Arab Emirates. This is award I've been awarded because of what I'm doing with the students as a woman, inspiring others, or inspiring weak students, sharing my stories, success stories with the students. I also received the High Heart and Soul Award. Again, it's from the college. The Emirates Awards from the Ministry of Education, you know. Here, this is what I am still don't believe I got it. I've been awarded, I received Emirates Award as a Distinction Higher Education Student. See, I did fail in my English when I joined the college, but this fairness has, you know, changed my life. You know, to receive such award across the United Emirates, I feel proud. And I keep telling the students, you know, that fail, that's okay. Even my students in the class, when they are saying, oh, doctor, I failed this exam, I said, it's okay. Fail, but again, but don't give up. You know, don't give up. And I also received another distinction award, Distinction Women Award from college as well, because they keep looking what I'm doing with the students, with the community, everything. So I was honored to get that as well. Multicultural Award, dealing with different community and culture. I am also part of the Emirates Women Encyclopedia, which was in 2019 or 18, if I remember. That was the year of Zayed. I've been nominated to apply and, you know, send my evidence, and I'm very proud to be part of that. And yeah, these are the main awards. I feel proud of it as a woman receiving them. And yeah, I keep sharing them with the students. Let me move on. This is the picture where I always share it with the students. And of course, this is reality that, you know, to go to your goal, you will never go direct to your goal, you know? There is nothing you will go direct to your goal. Of course, there will be some obstacle, there will be some challenges. Either it can be a financial challenges, the health challenges, family, you know, family challenges that might be there. But if you have an aim or the goal, you will achieve it. This is what I keep telling students. Okay, one of the things what I really like to do it, I always, as you can see, it's promoting national pride through the global collaboration. I was honored to be selected via the Doshin Foundation from the Netherlands to be a first woman to join the Doshin Patient Academy in Athens, which was in Greece. And that was something new to me, away from my field of teaching or, being in academic side. I traveled to Greece to attend this, meeting, and I met a lot of people there. I was a guest speaker, and what I did is, it's not only for me to be there as first Emirati or to be selected by the Doshin Foundation. A lot of them, they don't know what Doshin means, but Doshin is a muscular dystrophy disorder, which is something we are lacking in the United Arab Emirates. And I want to learn more and more about it, So what I did, I'm still in touch with them, and I'm very happy to see them past 2 years. And again, I'm going to meet them in Dubai. They're coming again. So collaboration is very important, So they came, as you can see, this is the picture where they've been awarded by His Highness Nahyan bin Mubarak, the tolerance, leader. So they've been awarded. They were very happy. They were unexpected. They said, "Oh my God, they're calling us." I said, "Yes, because you came all the way from the Netherlands to give or to share something, and now yearly they said they will participate." And this is something very, very important. Another thing, I like to empower other women. What I mean is, whenever I achieve something, and inshallah, I'm going to write about what I'm doing with you guys in the day, hopefully. I like to inspire other women, our students, either male or female, and I keep sharing everything in my Instagram account. And I share everything what I do with the community, volunteer, and, and how I've been selected to be as a part of encyclopedia. This is how I keep empowering them. And mashallah, one of our female students now, she was always saying that you're always inspiring us. I like to see what you're doing. I follow you. Honestly, she recently finished her master's degree, and she's doing something even, better than me. So I share with them. I was even, as you can see in the picture, I was nominated by university to give a speech as a doctorate student. And this is how I do it. And with the Doshin people, again, it was a theme. They call it, as you can see down, Women and Doshin. It's just a collaboration. It's just to share a lot of things, As you can see in this slide, this is how I put the pictures. Some pictures are abroad, some in UAE. On the corner to your left, you will see that I'm taking a PCR. That was not easy to do it. I've been doing volunteering during Corona, COVID-19. So I was first helping and organizing, just guiding people, go here, go there, take this, take that. It was, this is risky to do it, but I was too careful. And then I was nominated by the team. Why don't you be certified to be a PCR, certified? I said, well, that will be excellent. And I don't mind to do something totally different in my field, So yeah, I was first given a chance to observe nurses, doctors, how to do it for like a few months. And then I did an online test exam. And then they asked me to go to Dubai physically and to do it in front of doctors. Proudly, I've been certified to do that. And then, as you can see, I was doing almost more than 700 workers in a day. And it was challenging, it was tiring, but it was something I can't forget it. So as you can see, I'm always with the community. And this month also, I'm very happy to join Ramadan campaign, and especially with the students. You know, I keep taking female students with me to keep shining. Just make it and make your dreams. So I thank you for your listening, and I hope my presentation was useful. And I did put my email address on my Instagram account. Please feel free to contact me if you need anything, if you have any questions. If you want me to give such a talk to your students, even if it's in another country, to inspire, to collaborate, I don't mind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Khala. You are amazing. And yes, your presentation was very impressive, and it was very useful for the listeners who are listening globally, because your achievements, the academic achievements, and your other achievements are really amazing. Now, with this, let's see who is the next speaker with us.
Assalamu alaikum from International Women's Day Conference at Berkeley, Voice of Global Women. Greetings from the UAE to all women, to mothers, to sisters, teachers, officials, doctors, engineers, to every woman who is caring, giving, contributing to society and the world. It's time to accelerate our action for this year's IWD theme, which is in purple color as well, to promote women in business. And today, let's celebrate together. Happy International Women's Day. I'd like to start with my story and introduction. As a little girl, I was a blessed child with a caring family, a caring father, and a caring mother. And I started my education, of course, and moving forward towards high school, I was achieving and doing very well. Before I finished my high school, I have experienced the loss of my father before graduating, and it was, to me, it was a trauma and a shock because my father was my role model, a successful businessman and a successful manager, management level banker, who always motivated women in their career as well. And from that point, it was difficult for me to continue. But I saw my mom raising us and my siblings together, and I saw how determined she was. So to me, that pushed me forward, seeing my mother being a very strong lady who continued her journey in life. And then with the determination I had from my mother, and Mother, I know you're watching, I know you're listening, so thank you from all my heart for all what you have done for us. And going forward, I've attained my bachelor from the American University of Sharjah, and continued with my master's in quality management from the University of Wollongong in Dubai. And I always had a dream that I wanted to continue further with my education. And I always remembered that my father used to call me doctor. And I thought, how could I achieve that? How could I be a doctor? And for the love of education and knowledge, I pursued my PhD in project management with the British University in Dubai, with a focus on areas that are very important for my country: artificial intelligence, smart cities, and SDG. So yes, I've completed my PhD from the British University in Dubai in year 2023. Now looking at what my country has done for women's empowerment and leadership, and reflecting back on some very nice quotes from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He said, "We have already moved beyond the phase of empowering women. Indeed, we are empowering society itself through its women." Not only that, there is another beautiful quote which he said, "It's our job to provide an environment that unlocks women's potential. Given that, I'm confident that women will perform nothing short of miracles." And another beautiful quote by His Highness, "Women are half of society. Can you breathe with one lung? Can you walk with one leg? Can you work with one hand? Where women are absent, the essence of life is missing. They are the soul of society," His Highness said. And because they are the soul of society and the architects of women. Thank you, Your Highness, for your beautiful quotes and for encouraging and empowering us as women of the UAE. Now, looking back and reflecting at some stories of women who empowered other women. Her Highness Sheikha Fatma bint Mbarak, since the establishment of the UAE and up to date, Mother of the Nation, Her Highness Sheikha Fatma bint Mbarak, chairwoman of many regional entities and organizations, have persistently empowered women locally and internationally at various levels. Her efforts in empowering women ranked the UAE at the forefront of global rankings in women's societal rankings. Another story from a remarkable woman who empowered other women is Her Highness Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum bin Jam'a Al Maktoum, wife of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, has launched several programs that support families in the UAE and especially women. Some of those programs included Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum Family Program to support the growth, sustainability and well-being of families in Dubai. Thank you, Your Highness Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum, for the support of families. Not only that, but she also strengthened community values, enhanced quality of life, and promote work-life balance by offering financial, social, and educational support. Other programs that Her Highness has initiated to support working mothers included paid maternity leaves and working from home during specific days. From those stories of women who empowered women, the UAE shows other stories of women who supported and empowered women, such as Her Highness Sheikha Latifa bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. And we have excellencies who have done many initiatives and programs, such as Her Excellency Reem Al Hashimi and other empowering women as well. Now, we know that everything relies on data, and decision-making by countries globally relies on data as well. And there is the United Nations Women Count that focuses on data related to women and gender gap index, which seeks to provide gender data and statistics that are created and shared and accessed. So according to the data of the UN Women Count, below are snapshots of the UAE gender data. From a global gender gap index, the overall global gender gap index scores, UAE scores 72% out of 100. And when it comes to global gender gap educational attainment sub-index, the UAE scores 100 out of 100. That's another achievement by the UAE. And when it comes to global gender health and survival sub-index, the UAE scores 96 out of 100. And for the global gender gap political empowerment sub-index, the UAE scores 40 out of 100. And for the global gender gap economic participation and opportunity sub-index, the UAE scores 50% out of 100. So for the purpose of this year's focus of International Women's Day, and the theme of women in business, those two sub-indices, when it comes to the political empowerment and economic participation and opportunity sub-index, the ranking or the scoring of the UAE is not too low, but it's not too high. And it's going to be captured more in slide 6 to give a more illustration about it. Furthermore, with data from the UN Global Women Count, as for February 2024, 50% of seats in Parliament were held by women. 66.7% of legal frameworks that promote, enforce, and monitor gender equality under the SDG indicator with a focus on violence against women are in place. This entails that the UAE is upfront at global indices when it comes to gender-related scoring and data provision. Again, we know that decision-making is relied on data and the provision of data, and the journey needs to continue to attain a more sustainable SDG attainment in this area, and to score high in goal number 5 in gender equality from the United Nations 17 goals of sustainable development goals. We in the UAE have major achievements for women empowerment in investment and gender equality. And for that, it also reflects at a global perspective. To highlight some of these major achievements, the UAE has launched Investment Readiness Acceleration Program that is focused on women-led startups in the UAE through provision of essential skills and secure funding. And this acceleration program has been launched by the Ministry of Economy and the European Women Association. A second major achievement by the UAE is the enforcement of global commitment towards gender equality and women empowerment through a strategic partnership with UN Women. And here is a focus on where the UAE is continuing its journey for providing data related to gender equality for the UN Women organization. Number 3, another major achievement is enabling having an enabling environment for female entrepreneurs, such as She Trades, Mina Hub, Emirati Women Entrepreneurship Program, and Dubai Businesswomen Council. Number 4, there's supporting programs that are offered by DIFC and ADGM for women entrepreneurs in the financial and technology sector specifically. And for another achievement, UAE has been ranked top country globally by the World Economic Forum in gender equality. And as per its 2023 report, it has been ranked 22 globally for women financial inclusion and political involvement. And this has been highlighted in my previous slide when it comes to the scoring from a financial inclusion and political involvement. And we can see here that the UAE is scoring, is showing a rank of 22 globally for women financial inclusion and political involvement. There are some reports and data that highlight from a global perspective. Now, among top 3 countries, UAE achieves first place in the Global Entrepreneurship Index for 2 consecutive years, 2021 and 2022. Accelerate action. Some key steps already taken by UAE to accelerate action. To accelerate its commitment towards gender equality, the UAE Gender Balance Council recently mandated the private sector to place women in 30% of all leadership positions by 2025. The participation of women in the UAE cabinet is among the highest in the world, a quarter of ministerial positions held by women. Women play an active role in the UAE's thriving business and entrepreneurship landscape, holding equal rights to property, inheritance, and financial services. Finally, some recommendations to accelerate actions. At a global perspective, we need to have an inclusive entrepreneurship ecosystem that fosters collaboration between government, private, and the academic field to raise awareness and breaking down barriers that are associated with gender diversity and women in business. We need to accelerate access to funding programs and mentorship. We also need to promote women in leadership. Yes, women are already in leadership positions in different sectors from a global perspective, but we need to show that this leadership role we need to also accelerate the elimination of political and legal barriers and having an inclusive environment, as mentioned by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, an inclusive environment where women are not only in leadership positions, but are also for a more sustainable future. Now, let's accelerate action to raise gender equality and to create a more sustainable future. Today, and every day, happy International Women's Day. Thank you, Dr. Musa Sheikh, and thank you, Ms. Khulud Sha'ban. Thank you, Berkeley Voice of Global Women, for having me with you today.
Thank you, Doctor. And it was a lovely insight about UAE, and we can see UAE is doing great about women development. And we all are having a pride in you for your personal achievements. Now, with this, we will move towards another dynamic Emirati woman. She is a finance leader having a master's degree in leadership and innovation. She is one of the very few Emiratis who are a qualified chartered management accountant. So she is a very rare gem, and she is having a lot of executive development in different parts of the world. Please welcome Amna Al-Jabri.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm glad to participate in the International Women Conference today. My name is Amna Al-Jabri, and today we are diving into a topic that touches every single one of us, which is public finance. What is public finance? It's all about how the government gets the money and how it's spent. It's about the financial health of our communities and our nation. Have you ever wondered where your tax money really goes, or how the schools and hospitals get funded? Well, let's find out today together. Before starting the presentation, let me give you a brief about myself. I have 15 years experience in public finance and proudly SEMA certified. I have a master in service leadership and innovation. I'm expert in public policy and public sector innovation. So if we want to understand what is public finance, let's think of it as a government bank. We have two main components, revenue side and expenditure side. On the revenue side, we have the money coming in, such as sales tax on what we are buying, or fees for the service, such as the park entrance or when you are renewing your license. And sometimes the government also will borrow the money by issuing a bond. Now, this is the concept of the money in. On the other side, we have the expenditure, and it's called like the money out. It's where the government uses the money that is collected from the money in that we mentioned before to fund the services and the program that benefit all of us as a citizen. Think of it like a road and bridges, our education system, our healthcare program, and more. The public finance simply it's managing all these resources to create a better society for everyone. Now, let's dig more to understand and explore where the government gets their money from. The largest chunk for most of the government will be indeed from tax. But what type of tax? Well, depend on the country's laws and regulation. There is different type of tax, such as income tax, which we are paying from our earning, both individually or from corporation side. It's a percentage of your salary or business profits. And the other one, it's the sales tax that we mentioned before. And also we have the property tax, which typically paid by the homeowners. And beyond that, there is different type also of fees and penalties that we as a citizen will pay through the years when we are using some government services. And also there's the penalties and the grants. Right now, the 1 billion question, where does all the hard earning money goes? On the largest category, it's education. It's covered from the early childhood to the university to shape the minds of our future generation. The healthcare also, it's a main and significant area to provide the access to medical service and supporting the public health initiatives. Also, we have the infrastructure, including the roads, the bridge, the public transportation, the utilities. And one of the main areas is the defense, and to ensure the safety and security for our nation. The social security to provide safety net for the retirees and the individual with disabilities. The government is not just simply spending the money, it's making investment, so we will have a better future and a better well-being. So from what we mentioned before, why is the public finance is important? Because it's fundamental to quality our life and our well-being for our society. First of all, it will provide us what we call as economists public goods, things that benefit all of us, regardless of whether they pay directly for it or not. Like what? Like clear air, clear water, accessibility to public parks, libraries. These are vital to have a healthy community. The second one is strategic government spending can actually stimulate our economic growth by investing in infrastructure projects, research and development, and education. The government can create jobs, foster innovation, and foster overall the economic activity. Third, the public finance can play a vital role in reducing the inequality. Social safety, like unemployment benefit, food assistance program, along with these initiatives, we can improve the access to education and healthcare to have everyone opportunity to have all these basic needs and services, to have live healthy, productive life, education, healthcare infrastructure, and safe community. Can you imagine the world without these things? The public finance is the mechanism to ensure that all of these are possible to happen. We will go to more professional word about the public finance. It's the scope of public finance is public revenue, public expenditure, public debt, financial administration, and economic stabilization. As we mentioned before, when we were talking about the diagram and the money in, it's called public revenue. It's a responsibility about the taxation, the fees. It's not only about the collecting the fees and the taxes. It's also about studying the needs. If we have to reduce the fees or we have to add more fees, what is the impact of these fees on our society? On the other side, we have the expenditure. They are ensuring that each government entity will have the funding needed in order to fulfill their strategic goals, and which is at the end to have better society. As we mentioned, the revenue side, the expenditure side, some of the time you can't afford all the expense that you need from your revenue, so you will go to public debt. Most of the time, the public debt will finance the mega project for the government. The financial administration will cover the three components: the revenue, expenditure, and the debt, to ensure that we have sustainable financial plan. And at the end, all of these will lead to have better economic stabilizations. Another component or concept in the public finance is the budgeting. The budgeting is simply the roadmap, a yearly roadmap for our revenue and expenditure. The government will have a plan for how much they are forecasting to have and earn as a revenue, and what is their project and initiatives to fund it during the year. So we have two scenarios. Either you will have more expenditures than your revenue. So in this case, you will have a deficit. So the government will need to borrow to cover the expenditure they need to achieve within the year. Or on the other hand, you will have more revenue than your expenditure, and you will have a surplus, which is a good and healthy thing. So if we have a deficit, is it a wrong thing, or is it a bad for the society or the economy? No, not all the time, because most of the government will focus to borrow the money for the mega projects that in the end will bring better opportunity for the society in the long term. So in conclusion, public finance is very important for a healthy, growing society. It's providing fundamental services, promoting our economic growth, and creating better opportunity for all of us. And remember, we all play a role, whether it's through paying our fees and taxations, participating in decision process, or simply being educated, informed citizen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Amna, for a lovely presentation, and wishing all the women a great year ahead in terms of an action. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading towards a new continent far away from Middle East or Europe. We will go towards China. Chinese woman, how she is feeling today on International Women's Day. That's what I'm excited to know. Please welcome the Muslim Chinese girl live from China, Mariam Gao.
Distinguished guests, my dear women friends, I'm from China now, sending all of you blessings and wish you happy Women's Day. Thank Berkeley Mid-East to host this webinar for us today to celebrate International Women's Day. I'm so honored to join join with all of you, and I would like to discuss a topic close to my heart, how we can collectively accelerate gender equality in digital economy era. As I am the founder of GDIS, Global Digital Investment Synergy, today I would like to bring you all to a concern that an exciting new era of digital economy is starting, bringing along new challenges as well as opportunities that need to be addressed. It is important to pay attention to a serious issue that may reduce the gender inequality already affecting all facets of traditional economies around the world. I would like to emphasize that since digital economy is going to be the main engine of growth for decades to come, digital divide is usually perceived to be caused by lack of deficiency in access of high-speed internet and access to reliable devices. But the problem is deeper than that. Women face a technology gap. They lack relevant opportunities and skills, hampering their attempts at creating digital tools and online content. In order to move towards gender equality in emerging digital economy era, women need to equal access to technology, digital training, and importantly, safety online. Digital economy is perceived to be softer in nature compared with more hardware-oriented traditional economy. This softness happens to be more in line with feminine qualities that may in turn lead to creation of more humane applications of new technologies and reduce worries about possible dangers of technology applications for humans. Preventing an already existing digital divide from becoming wider and more ideally trying to close the gap should be among the most important missions that women must adopt and strive for. To this end, women must take up clear, defined responsibilities and make extensive, concerted efforts to participate more proactively in shaping of the new economy and partakers of the vast new opportunities of the new era. And of course, eventually all this will help with creating more equal, more prosperous society for all. Therefore, by the chance of today's webinar, same time with the support of Global Women Voice, I would like to propose the following women accelerate actions to be adopted to address the above issue. First, as we enter the era of digital economy, it is vital to address the roots and cause of digital divide and take effective actions to prevent digital deprivation to further deepen and create an inclusive and equitable digital future for all. Second, we stress the importance of prioritizing women's participation and taking on of significant roles in the digital economy by initiating or encouraging relevant legislations and policymaking that will eventually lead to common digital prosperity. Third, there's a need for making technology more feminine and attractive to women and assist with introduction and creating potential fields of digital entrepreneurship for women. Technology certainly has the capacity to create a flatter player field for all if applied and positioned correctly. Fourth, we propose the dedication of funds and setting up of foundations and platforms, as well as training programs under the auspices of a digital economy academy to assist women with technology and digital entrepreneurship towards achieving the above goals. Finally, 5. We stress the importance of paying due attention to principles of sustainability in the development of a digital economy from the very beginnings in order to make the digital economy as green as sustainable as possible. As we move forward, let's remember the words of Melinda Gates. When we invest in women, we invest in the people who invest in everyone else. I believe the future of finance is balanced. Let's build an industry where talent, no gender, define success. Together, we can turn today's disparities into tomorrow's breakthroughs in the digital era. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's make the history. Thank you.
Thank you very much. These are the thoughts from China, live thoughts on International Women's Day from all over the world are very exciting and pleasing. Now let's accept that there is a lot of things a man has to do in order to empower women. Women really require support in terms of education, in terms of healthcare, in terms of mental needs. I noticed that women is looking for some kind of support in terms of mind, motivation, guidance, improvisation. So that's the most important we should keep in mind. And with this, now we are going towards another continent, which is the Central Asia. And the lady is joining us from Azerbaijan. She is an American Azerbaijani combination and has been in supply chain management since long. She has been living in different countries and has acquired dynamic skills and abilities. I'm very, very excited to hear her thoughts. Please welcome Farah Hosseini. Meanwhile, she joins. Let's not forget that today is an International Women's Day, and this day comes once in a year, and we celebrate it from last 1 decade. And every time we invite women, if you are the woman, you feel that your talk is important, you have done a contribution to your society, you create an impact, do contact Berkeley Voice of Global Women and join us in our live shows anytime you are available.
Hello, Musa.
Hi, how are you doing? Thank you very much for joining. What are your feelings on International Women's Day?
I'm very excited. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude that every year I have a chance to attend such a remarkable event dedicated to International Women's Day. I want to express my gratitude to you and Berkeley Voice of Global Women. Let me introduce myself. My name is Farah Hosseini, born in a windy and sunny Baku, Azerbaijan. I born in Baku and grew in United States, where I pursued my education in procurement and supply chain management. After completing my degree, I joined oil and gas industry, where I worked for several years in procurement and supply chain department. I was always active and open to learn. So after working few years, I decided to continue my education, and I pursued MBA with Texas A&M University. I would like to mention that at that time, I was the mother of 2 little kids, and it was not easy for me. After 10 years being away from my country, I still decided to move back to Baku, where I continued my professional career as supply chain leader, where I lead government and public and corporate projects as supply chain director in public and private sectors. Of course, this wouldn't happen without support of my family, friends, and colleagues. I would like to go back years back when people in Azerbaijan was thinking that working for companies is not for women, but today we can see modern Azerbaijani woman. She is educated, brave, smart, courageous, and multitasking. She's taking care of her family, kids, and parents. I would like also mention a little bit about how in Azerbaijan women grow and what type of governmental support they're getting in Azerbaijan. Of course, we all know that the support of government is very important. So I would like to mention huge role of women in women development. Azerbaijani's first vice president, first lady, and president of Haydar Aliyev Foundation, Miss Mehriban Aliyeva. She is an exemplary role as a public servant, wife, mother, which makes her an ideal role model for Azerbaijani women, embodying the perfect blend of professional excellence and personal grace. I would like to mention Ms. Aliyeva's role on education development. Under her leadership, she constructed and renovated hundreds of schools across Azerbaijan, ensuring that girls have access to modern and well-equipped learning environments. Her commitment to education extends to higher education, where she has supported scholarships and research programs to nurture future women generations of Azerbaijani leaders and scholars. Ms. Aliyeva is a vocal advocate for women's rights and empowerment in Azerbaijan. Through various initiatives, she has worked to ensure that women have equal access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. Her efforts have contributed to the advancement of gender equality in the country, promoting a more inclusive and equitable society. I also would like to remember cultural pioneers of Azerbaijani women like Gamar Salamzadeh, the first female film director in the Muslim East, and Shovkat Mammadova, Azerbaijan's first professional opera singer. In science, Sona Velihan became the first Azerbaijani woman to earn a PhD in medical sciences, specializing in ophthalmology. This woman and many others set the stage for future generations and demonstrated the essential role of women in the nation's development. The Azerbaijani government has implemented various measures to support gender equality and women's rights. In 1995, Constitution established a legal framework for women's participation in building a democratic state. In 1998, the government created the State Committee on Women's Problems, which was later reorganized into the State Committee for Family, Women, and Children Affairs. In 2006, the law of gender equality adopted in 2006. Today, women in Azerbaijan actively participate in public administration, politics, business, and culture. We, as Azerbaijani women, continue contributing to national development, carrying forward the legacy of predecessors. Today, we celebrate the strength, resilience, and brilliance. Women are the real architects of our society. I wish to every woman to continue to inspire and lead. I want to take a chance and wish every woman success, prosperity, and happiness. Happy International Women's Day. Let's work together for a better future of equality and empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining today, and your message will reach to the larger audience. And I'll see you in. I wish you good luck for this year.
Thank you, Musa. Have a great day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was from Central Asia, and now I am going to invite a very dynamic person. Now, you will be surprised that in a women conference, why there are men. But this is very logical that a woman cannot operate without a man, and a man cannot operate women. So we need to bring those men who are influencer, who are in a position that can impact the women in the society. They can create a difference. So please welcome a very dynamic person, Parabhi Singh Baweja.
It's a pleasure to connect with you. Today, I, Prabdeep Singh Baweja, connecting on this initiative by Berkeley, where Berkeley is a voice for global women, and have been associated with Berkeley for a very long time, and I'm deeply impressed with the work Berkeley has done. When we celebrate Women Day today, I would like to share something about who I am. I'm a chartered accountant by profession, and I'm currently serving as a director in MCA Gulf and GEON, which is a global accounting network. And I've been based in UAE for the past 17 years. In my career, I have been associated with women chartered accountants, women students who have done a great work to make a difference in this world. And as I have done a significant work in the field of accounting, where I've connected with the global leaders in more than 100 countries, what I've seen is that the progress which is happening in women being connected to the finance is very significant. And that all happens with our joint efforts. I had attended awards function by Berkeley, and that has been a very significant initiative, because if we will not work to bring that change, we won't be able to bring that change. As an Indian chartered accountant, I come from a background where 30% of the Indian chartered accountants are women, and more than 45%, between 45 to 50% on an average, the number of women students we have at the current time. So if we see these numbers, when it comes to the number of students in finance, we are coming close. We are coming close to 50-50, which I believe is a very significant development. And if these numbers keep on growing, then I'm very sure that women will outnumber men in the field of finance. And I applaud the women members who are coming forward, women students who are coming forward to become a chartered accountant and taking the lead in the development of accounting profession. Last week, I was attending an event, and there a question was asked from the stage that how many years you think can bring in gender equality? And someone said 100 years. And as the answer was wrong, it was asked to share the another number. And then I stepped in. And I said, it is 40 years. And the answer I got from the person, the women leader who had asked from the stage, she said that you are too optimistic, because the recent research from an organization says that it will take 134 years to bring in gender equality. And I do not know the basis of this research. It may be right for certain positions, but I firmly believe that it will not take this long. We all need to work hard. We all need to work hard to bring in gender equality in every field, whether it be finance or any other field. And what I see in India, from the country I come in, the participation of women in the workforce has significantly increased from the lowest level to the highest level. It is very commonly said that our boards do not have sufficient women members. But what I want to say is that this is changing in India. And this is changing because we have experienced chartered accountants who are trained to be directors in the board of listed or unlisted large companies. So therefore, the change is happening. The women members, the women in finance are capable to do everything. Whatever it relates to the finance, they are good in communication, they are good in leadership skills. They know how to run business. Because if we look at the world, we will find out that there are a significant number of women who are leading the organizations. I can, on my fingertips, count more than 20 women who are leading one of the top 50 or 100 organizations in India. And the similar thing I see in UAE, where we have women ministers, we have women leading the banks, we have women leading the fintech companies, we have women leading the manufacturing companies, whatever sector you talk about. There are women who are coming forward. And if you say that this is enough, I do not agree, because definitely there is a gender inequality and we all have to work on it. On this Women's Day, I want each one of you to take a pledge that whatever we can do from our side, we need to do. Yes. What the world may do or what the others may do should not bother us. It is we have to think ourselves that what we can do. And we take this step to promote women in finance, to assist women leading the finance functions. And as we all work hard, we will achieve the gender equality. Let us make finance as the first field where we achieve gender equality. I was talking about 40 years. Let us achieve this in 10 years in the field of finance. I congratulate Berkeley for this initiative. I thank Dr. Musa Sheikh for this opportunity and all the leaders of Berkeley. And I wish Berkeley very best for keep taking this initiative and make a real significant difference, which Berkeley has been making. Thank you to Imtiaz, a dear friend, for coordinating today. And I wish everyone very best. Happy Women's Day. That's all from my side. I sign off. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Your support is always very important. And I take this pledge with you that whatever we can do in our individual personal capacity, we will definitely do it together, me and you. And we will gather all the women who has done significant achievement from your country, and we will bring them on this platform so they can inspire the rest of the region. I appreciate your thoughts and your valuable suggestions. Now, with this, ladies and gentlemen, we invited Americans, Chinese. How can we forget the Russians in this? Because we are talking about a global International Women's Day. So we have invited an artist from Russia. Please welcome and see what she is having for us today.
I also want to share with you happiness initiative, Happy Woman 2033. That we can imagine that in 8 years, we meet together and became more prosperity, more strong, more powerful. Let's also think about our talents, which Allah gave us. Let's think today. Okay, today let's each reflect on the talents that Allah have given us and how they bring happiness for us. Today, I want to mention about traveling. It's really happiness. And I organized my events in many countries, in Italy, in different corners of the Europe, in Bali, Madagascar, Sri Lanka, Maldives. And today, let's think about traveling. And how do you feel? I want to give to you this positive, this thinking, this reflection about what I want. Who am I? Where I go in my life. Let's reflection today how I'm happy or not, and wish everybody happy. Today, I want to celebrate you, dear women all over the world. I want to celebrate you, dear global women here. And I want to tell you about one story. I wrote the book, which calls Global Happiness. It's like a very interesting adventure story about my life. When I had traveled all over the world and tried to find happiness. It's not easy to be happy. It's not easy to find happiness. And this book about these adventures, it looks like Harry Potter. The future book will be bigger. And it's about the professor. His name is Vicky Murk. It's me in this book who want to find happiness, to be happiness. And we know in Islam that happiness is the end. But in our life today, I think everybody wants to be happy, every woman, and to inspire herself, to inspire people around her. And if we speak again about happiness wheel, we have 8 spheres there. And if we reflection about all these spheres, about my hobby, my relationship, my finances, my traveling, my business, everything you can imagine, how I'm happy in each sphere. And if each sphere is full, this is very good happiness wheel, and we can move all over the world, feel happy, do everything we want and we can do. We can provide our talents in the life, in the future. And I like to create new ideas and show this is many people who likes creation. What about us? What about women? In conclusion, I want to say that let's make initiatives for happiness. Let's make initiatives for happiness, women in the world. Let's go together through everything and meet like today. Thank you all together for celebrate each other, to honor each other. Alhamdulillah for this day. And I think today, every of you, everybody, I think today everybody can analyze or think about your life, what you want, where you go for the future year, for the future 8 years, what I want to do, how I want to work, and what happiness does it mean to me. Thank you so much. And again, happy International Women's Day. And thank you for organizing this event.
Thank you very much for joining. And this was our appreciation from a Russian woman living in United Arab Emirates. And here, ladies and gentlemen, with this, we are almost in the end of our conference. This conference brought women across the globe in order to feel that we are all connected. We are all common on one point, that is women need to develop, women need to get free healthcare, free education, and she need to be provided opportunities for leading the functions that they are into. We saw women is getting education, they are aware, they are doing excellence in their work, and in so many ways they are inspiring the community from different point of view. What is more amazing about these ladies, the women that we generally interact, they are focused, they have objectives, they are supporting their families, they are supporting their kids, they want their kids to grow, educate, and establish themselves as good human. In these all good spirit of a girl or a woman, we men has to come up and develop their hands in and keep them on track, supportive way as much we can, in individual way, in collective way, and together as a community. Wherever you are, whatever you do, please take care of yourself and your surrounding. And I want to thank you for joining us today. And I'm looking forward to welcome you in any of our new webinars. Till then, take care. Good night. Sabah.